What's good? Welcome to First String Podcast. I'm your host, Toothpick. On today's episode of First String Podcast, we got the one and only DOC in the building. We're going to check in with him about everything Washington Commanders. We got a question for Sayed that I'm not sure he's really ready for. The WNBA is back, so Lady A is going to get us up on that as well. I hope y'all ready. It's time to go. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Artlist.io.
Welcome back to First String Podcast. Do not forget to like and subscribe to First String Podcast. Hit the bell to enable alert for new content just like this right here. The most important part is that you tell a friend to tell a friend about First String Podcast. Without further ado, y'all know we got a good show for y'all. Let's bring in Sayed. How you doing, Sayed?
What's up, my brother? What to do?
Hey, it's been a day. It's been an entertaining day, as you know. We
sure.
talked about that earlier, so you know how that goes. All right. Looks like I'm glitching just a little bit. Okay, Lady A, how are you?
I'm well. How are you guys?
We're doing good. How's Taz?
Growing. He's growing significantly.
That's what he's supposed to do. That's what he's supposed to do.
That's what babies
All
do.
right, that's what babies do. All right, Al, how you doing, man?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. And hold on, Lady A. The baby came in about 12 pounds at birth. How much more can he be growing?
He's growing. I'm a proud auntie. We should probably get him trained up, as soon as possible. So
I can dig it.
The question is he playing offensive line or defensive line? That's what I need to know.
I'm not sure. It depends on where he stops. It's kind of
okay.
Whole thing.
Well, them boys down in Texas, we play. We do real good by offensive linemen. So don't be too shy to send them on down that way.
No, cute.
Doc, you heard this, Doc?
It's right here. Nobody said anything about Texas.
UT, huh?
Nobody
gonna make him a Longhorn?
No, we're gonna make him a cowboy, Doc.
No,
you know better
that's
than that.
good.
No.
Let the man have some. Let him have something good he can look forward to, man.
There we go, Doc. There we go.
Make him a Kansas City Chief. Make him a champion. Yeah.
Well,
Do something.
Indeed.
Do something. Look, Taz came in. He came in. First off, Doc, he is an official lineman because he came in late, overweight, and kicking.
Fighting, swinging, everything.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah. So Taz was ready for the world. All right, let's go. Let's say what's up to the chat real quick. We got Bruce Glass checking in first as always, and then we got our other resident Cowboy fan. We got Droopy in the building right here. Our guy John said he has arrived, and Dump Truck Don is already. He changed his picture over here. Dump Truck Don's with his patented Mister. And we're gonna get to the question of the month. We got Rockman checking in already, so yeah. And then Droop is all ready for me to come home, Doc. I'm on the way. I'll be home Thursday morning. So yeah,
Trouble's coming.
Trouble is on the way. Trouble's on the way to the nation's capital. Yes, sir. So Rockman said hello to everyone. The DOC is in the house right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Doc, let's get to this. We know we got you for a short period of time, and I've listened to your radio show. I'm always locked in. So we're gonna get straight to questions that need to be answered, and we're gonna hit you with the question of the month. It's coming off the top, so here we go. All right, Doc. The question of the month is: name your top 5 Olympic moments of all time.
The top 5 Olympic moments?
Your top 5 Olympic moments. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Top of my head, Bob Hayes taking that baton in a 4x4 relay would be one. Bruce Jenner in the decathlon.
Yep, I heard you talk about that.
Triumphant victory. I've got to go Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Leonard, or Ali in the boxing ring. For me, Mary Lou Retton. I'm thinking about, that to me is epic, and Simone Biles. I mean, making it current.
Yep.
But at my age, I go way back, so that'd be off the top of my head. That's probably and not to. I mean, I feel bad because Usain Bolt and Michael Phelps are two giants, because they were probably the two most dominant individuals ever in the pool and on the track, of just dominating everybody. So that'd be off the top of my head. Yeah.
Lady A, can you find Corey real fast, please? For that, yeah, Corey.
That is who competed with Corey.
Corey's in that.
What did Corey
Corey's
say?
in the house. Corey said, "Who's Bruce?"
Corey's timeout.
Well, at the time he did all that, he was Bruce.
Exactly.
He was Bruce then.
He was Bruce.
It wasn't Caitlin, it was Bruce.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. So Doc had talked about that on his radio show when he was talking about some of the Olympic games and some of the Olympic things. So Doc, I gotta ask you right off the rip, Doc, what did you think about the breakdancing and in particular Ray Gunn, the Australian breakdancer?
Well, yeah, I missed that. I did see a lot of the women, did see a lot of the men. I'm glad it's not going to be in LA, because if they're going to replace that with football, then give me the football.
Give me the football.
So I can see flag.
Right.
Yeah. But it caught my eyes. Ping pong blew me away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still the volleyball guy, especially when they take it outdoors on the sand. And there's nothing about the archery. Loved it. There's nothing about the games and the platform diving, what China does in terms of the discipline. I'm the water, the synchronized dancing in the water, and the water polo, the rugby, the women's rugby. I go, if I could pay to see that regularly, I will buy that. I mean, I fell in love with that women's rugby. So it opened my eyes to a lot of things I wasn't aware of, enjoyed a lot of it, get a big kick out of it. Yeah, I'm an Olympics guy. I really love seeing it, and then seeing the city, how everything just came together, to me was fantastic. And I really enjoyed it. I mean, with pageantry, and it's the time that we all go red, white, and blue, USA.
Yes, right.
Because we're really that's not how we really live. So every 4 years when we come together, hopefully we can stay together longer than they do, and make it real and just not fake.
Wait. Speaking of volleyball,
I agree.
Did you see the one where that girl took one straight to the face?
Yes.
It looked like the girl hit the ball 100 miles an hour, and all she could do was just stand there and take it.
That's
what they do in volleyball.
Man. Them spiking. I mean, it's an appreciation to it. It's an endurance sport. Yeah. You don't think about it, but you checking it out. Strategy, endurance, some of them spikes, the serving. I found it. I mean, the table tennis blew me away.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the table tennis, the sword fighting. I've already watched more of that than I could ever imagine that I would have, but I did.
Yeah.
And then what those men and women do in gymnastics on that beam.
Yeah.
That thing that big, I couldn't walk on it for $1 million. To be able to stand up and walk across it, I don't think I could do it. They're flipping on it.
Right.
Yeah.
And the level of skill.
Yeah.
And the discipline, and some of them babies are 15 and 16, and it really is amazing what what humans are capable of doing.
Right.
And then the athletic effort and the patriotism and seeing all the pretty people that could afford to go over there and all the celebs. And I just thought it was magnificent. And then seeing our seniors in the men's basketball team go over there and show up and show out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And without the seniors, Bron, Durantula, and Steph, they don't win.
They
Right.
don't.
Right.
They don't win.
Yeah.
And in our society, it's good that we're with all these young people doing all the great things they're doing. It's good for them to see that what age and experience looks like.
Yeah.
And I don't be surprised if those three are in LA. That's not out of the question.
It's not.
Right.
It's
Doc,
not out of the question. But
I got a question.
Yeah.
What leg have you decided what leg of the torch carrying you gonna do in LA since they coming to your town?
Well, it's not my town anymore. But and I will not be there because I won't be able to afford to be there. You got to be a big baller in an Olympic area when it's there.
Man.
I mean, in Atlanta when it was there. I mean, LA in '84. I remember we all ran out because you make money when it comes to your place. If you got a place, because you can make your rents for the year, your mortgage.
Yep.
If you bail.
Yeah.
And I remember having a chance to do it in Atlanta and then got out at the last second. It's like being at a Final Four or a national championship game in football. If you don't have VIP passes and setup, you ain't seeing nothing but the back of people's heads.
True.
You know, it's for the pretty people only. The bigger those games get, you know, you might get to a regular season Georgia game. You go to a national championship Bulldog, you got to have some clout.
Well, first off, Doc, let me tell you something. So Georgia comes down here to play Texas A&M.
Texas.
UT.
Texas.
October 19th.
They play October 19th, right? So me
Wait
and
a minute,
said
Bulldogs
coming
are
to Texas.
in Austin?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
When?
So
October 19th.
So Doc, so me and Sid, we was like, yeah, we going.
Yeah.
To cook out because sitting up
I got a
top.
son live in Austin. I'm telling you. I gotta tell Aaron. I told him, I've been telling him, son, you down there, you gotta be a horn. You gotta understand. Austin is beautiful.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I've been down there. Let me tell you what. And I like it because it is really I always like Austin because I don't feel like I'm in Texas.
Right.
You know, that's how much I like Austin. Because I don't feel like I'm in Texas. The rest of Texas, they can burn it all up. To me, but Austin.
What is
No, Georgia. Look, man.
He got the
I'm
Cowboys.
hoping that's gonna be a war.
Yes, it
That's
is.
gonna be
It is.
Ooh,
Only
UT.
dressed to impress.
UT.
We see.
He gonna have his shorts on with his boots.
Oh,
Whoa.
No.
Yeah.
But they lost what, one game in 3 years?
Yes, one game in 3 years.
Yeah, you were done dirty. Yeah, you were done
Yes,
dirty.
it was. Yes,
And
it was.
and it's really like, but that's what the NCAA is all about. And when you on that top of that hill, they all gang up on you when you're number one.
Yeah.
To get you out of it, because they all do. And
Yeah.
there's just no way you can have lost one game in 3 years or whatever and not get the benefit of a doubt. I feel it's bad for Florida State as well, that because the only team ever to be undefeated in the NFL is the Dolphins, and they did it with a backup quarterback. You should be given the right to compete. So, but that's political. And the NCAA, they're as political as the mob. So, you know,
That is what it is.
Yeah, get it.
Let's jump. To
I'm looking forward to it because really, Georgia's the least discussed superpower of the last decade, in my opinion.
Mm.
And that's crazy to me. But I'm sure they don't mind sliding under the radar. If they can just get Uber on their campus and get their players to stop driving, they'll be okay. Yeah.
There we go. Let's talk about a little pro football here.
Wait, pick. But you know what, Doc? They got NIL. They got good lawyers. You know what I'm telling you? You hear what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, it's no longer racist. That's all I got to say.
No, look.
You gotta have them good lawyers.
I've seen what it's like. The most powerful factors in our culture is that when you have a superpower Division I football team in your area, ain't nothing like it. I've seen it when SC was on top. I mean, you got to have it all going on. We've seen it without USC, Alabama had that run. Georgia's having to run. And I'm just looking at, Ohio State. Look at the money that Ohio State has put into that football program in 1 year.
Yeah.
Man, there's countries that haven't put that much money into gross national product that they put into this. And they all know they're on a 1-year deal. They got to win it all. They could be all gone. It's that much pressure on that group over there. And that's why this year, I mean, what's happening at A&M, I've never seen so much money put into a program that is flatlined and nobody's saying nothing about it.
Nothing.
That's how much money they have. The money down there is, people don't understand. That's what I respect about what was the Southeastern Conference and what football matters in that particular region. We don't have a clue about it. The rest of the country don't get it.
No,
it's so serious there, and it's a shame that the pro football team in that region is so disappointing that they have to deal with that. If they had a superpower,
Houston is pretty bad. Houston is pretty bad.
Unbelievable. Yeah, that's just a big disappointment.
No, he's talking about the Atlanta
Falcons. Houston, Texas are bad, man. They've been bad.
No, Houston, Texas are up and coming
up, Doc.
They're going to save Texas. That's the whole hope is that Houston is going to give them something that they don't have to be embarrassed about once the playoffs come around.
Hey, Corey done been fined twice, Doc. Look what Corey said. Corey said Jamin Davis could have went to Georgia with his driving record.
That boy got it. You ain't lying. My goodness.
He done been fined twice in the chat.
Yep.
Corey, you expect the FedEx man to come through. Doc, let's talk about a little NFL right now. Yep. To no one's surprise, JD5 was named the starting quarterback. He's looked really good. The ball jumps off his hand. He seems to have a command of the offense. Today, everybody wants to talk about him sliding. I didn't see cause for him to slide on his 13-yard run versus the Dolphins, and he seems to be trying to take care of himself and things like that. He got tackled from behind. Didn't look like a hard hit. How do you feel about that, Doc?
It's just football. I'm just trying to get through this.
Right.
If there was a way I could vacation for 5 weeks doing this whole time and not see any of it, I would, but I can't afford to do that.
Thank you, Doc.
If you are as my age and you went through football that started in the 60s to get up to now, it's just miserable.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Now, they did it for the right reasons. A lot of guys my age will be with you walking with walkers in another 8 to 10 years or wheelchairs. There was a lot of damage done to a lot of guys my age playing early with 3-a-days, 2-a-days, hitting every day, twice a day, way too much contact, way too much tackling. And as a result, head injury, neck injury, spines, backs, vertebrae, all that. So they had to do something different. But this version of powder puff football, and the young guys come in, they don't get to tackle anybody until a preseason game.
Nobody.
You're evaluated for something you never really get to do,
right?
Since you graduate from college, and then the guys now don't even really get to play. So it's new school versus old school. I'm gonna stay with Andy Reid. If the best in the game, they play their people a half. The best in the game, who retired, the GOAT, he played a half in preseason. Tom Brady, Belichick, all the old school people that I respect, they know that you have to condition your body, develop a callus through contact. You actually have to play the game at some point in time. Now, that's being challenged now. I'm going to ride with the champs until they're no longer the champs. What I'm not going to do is follow these math geeks and these social media people that come up with all these new PFF and all these new programs that came out that have won nothing as a result of that. They've made a fortune off information. And I love fantasy's great for those that play it.
Right.
Wagering's great for those that are involved in it. But it's not pro football. It's not tackle football. So I'm a fan of tackle football. So and it's not going to happen until September. And so I'm just waiting to get there. All this other stuff is hard to evaluate. Do you want me to praise a guy that won the Heisman because he can pass? I know he can pass. He's proven he can pass.
Right.
He played in the SEC, supposed to be the roughest and toughest game on the earth. He survived and won a Heisman Trophy. You want me to get excited because he played like 15 plays in a preseason game? When the first team on the other side is in street clothes?
Yeah.
Honestly, come on, man. What are we doing?
Yeah.
He did what he got to do. All of them do. All 6 of them have played well. One of them got hurt. He played brilliantly.
Yeah.
These guys are pretty good under the circumstances in which they're playing against. A lot of ones on defense. The Raiders are playing their ones for half or a quarter or whatever you're doing. So I'll start judging pro football opening day. And I'll start measuring all this stuff on opening day. In the meantime, I'm just going to be cordial and hope that nobody gets hurt.
That's what I'm going to say, Doc. I mean, they might as well go ahead and do away with the preseason and go to the joint practice system.
No, they ain't going to do that because they can't charge you for the joint practices the way they want to.
Right.
I don't mind preseason, but make it $10 a head and make the concessions 50% off. Let's do something so it's fan friendly. Then we can pack these stadiums, make it like a family reunion, picnic, whatever, and no problem. But the fact that they might not play Jayden in their first home game, he's never played at home. Right. Are you telling me that you're not even going to run him out there and get him a couple of series at home? They may or may not. Doesn't matter. Whatever they do, they do. But they may not. And that could happen. So whatever they do, I'm supportive of it. Just get me to Tampa, please. Yeah. Get me to the opener. And then and everything else between, I'm just going to smile and be polite.
A couple of weeks away. Say it.
Yeah, I got to agree with you, Doc. I watched him a little bit, and you just want to stay healthy and make it to opening day. This is going to be off the cuff. At the current rate of going on, they may even get rid of one of these preseason games.
Oh yeah, they're shooting
because of all the injuries and that type of thing. Even though it's bad for those people trying to make teams, they are looking at going to 2 games and adding a real game on the back end.
Yeah.
They're going to have 18.
Right. They're trying to move a real game on the back end.
Yeah.
I think the goal is to get to 20.
Good job.
Offensive line. Talk to me about the offensive line.
All right. Well, my key is that my goal is I'm waiting on my version of the Fab Five. Around town and on the radio and TV, everybody's talking about the wide receiver and who the 2 is and whatever I go. It could be toothpick for all I care.
There we go.
If you hear me talking about a wide receiver, come slap me. Okay. I'm concerned about we need 7 guys that I can get into a season with that I can get through a game with up front. Because if I can't get 5 guys up front that I trust in order to get through a game, all this is going to hell in a handbag. So the most important element of those 5 big uglies up front. Now, Jayden he gets rid of the ball so quick that he's going to be harder to sack than the rest of the guys we've had. Mm-hmm. Give you that. But you're hopeful that now, is everybody going to be healthy? I don't know. Nobody's ever been healthy all the time. So you got to develop 7 to get 5 that can play. Hopefully, they'll be able to pull that off. There's an opportunity of a lifetime. I love the backfield. But that's up to Kingsbury and that group. I just know this. There's way too much wide receiver talk for me. I want left tackle, right guard, left guard, and center talk. When we get that stable, we'll be all right.
Doc, didn't they used to find offensive linemen for being in the paper and talking to the press. I mean, I remember Stink saying that they would find each other if they was talking to the press or if their name came up in the press.
Yeah, but that was a different time, different culture. They get that NIL. It's in the NFL too. Man, cats is trying to get money. Guys trying to get paid. They got podcasts. They got all kinds. Don't hate. I'm not hating.
Hate.
Well, do whatever you guys got to do, but somebody's got to protect and block.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Lady A.
So in general, as far as the offense is concerned, is there anything in particular that you are interested in seeing them do, like a certain scheme, or interested in seeing them do for this particular year, based off of the knowledge that you have for our coaching staff?
I love Eckler. I think that B-Rob is vicious. I love this brother. I mean, he's running like he to me has that mindset.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could just simply keep that backfield, and I think we got 3 or 4 guys that we're gonna be able to tote the mail with. But it's to making a commitment to run the ball. I think we've got at least 3 tight ends that are going to be able to help block at the point of attack. The kid Cynic is going to be special. We've got to get production out of that position by 3 of them. And I think we got a shot at that if they stay healthy. We're going to have Love Terry. One of the other guys is going to emerge because they want to get paid. And you can always find somebody go out there and wants to catch football. That's not ever my concern. I can go get a guy at Home Depot if it comes down to it. But I got to have protection. And then for me, it's about our defense. The best part of this whole team has got to be defense. If we're not led by the defense, we're going to be in a world of trouble, no matter how you place it. Because we got to stop people. We can't have people running downfield wide open with them jerks we had running the defense last year.
Right.
So just be hard to score on. Just make it difficult on people. Newton, the guy who I'm most excited about on the entire team, may not even play early on.
Yeah.
This kid out of Illinois, I don't know how much you've seen of him. Oh, my goodness. You're going to love him. You're going to love him like an ice cream cone. I'm telling you. Let him get healthy and come up and play. Because he got a little bit of Aaron Donald in him.
Okay.
That's what I love about him. Just plays like a Tasmanian devil. And don't worry about the size. No, it's the heart. This boy was the Big Ten Player of the Year at Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like, you know what that's like.
Yeah.
That's like being at Texas Tech and being the SEC or being the Southeastern Conference Player of the Year.
Right.
At Texas Tech.
Yeah, it don't happen.
You go up against everybody,
right,
and breaking everybody's back. We got to have, whatever they do, we got to have at least 2 or 3 great players on each side of the ball. Problem why we in last place, because you don't really have any outstanding players. Every team has outstanding players. I mean, Dallas has outstanding players. They just choke in the playoffs. But don't tell me they don't have outstanding players. It's hard to win if you don't have outstanding players. And outstanding players on defense demand double teams.
Yep.
Demand it. And they can cover your best guy one-on-one. We don't fit those requirements. Until you can fit those requirements, you're just not playoff worthy.
Yeah. Yeah, Al.
Well, Doc, you kind of covered part of what I was saying when you was talking about the offensive line, because I'm a firm believer, if you win the trenches, it don't matter who holding the hoe. You know what I'm saying? As long as you win in the trenches, you're good. So in regards to defensive line, you all lost a lot last year in losing and getting rid of Chase, and also getting rid of Sweat, who I disagree. I don't know why y'all let him go. I thought y'all could have found a way to sign him.
I agree with you with Sweat.
Who do you see on the defensive side of the line, or the defensive line, should I say, who's going to be able to kind of pull that weight up in regards to which I gave up and lost and show their weight this year on the edge side. I know y'all got the big boys Payne and Allen in the middle, but they don't.
I mean, Luvu, they've got some guys they brought over, Farrell, a couple of Cowboy guys they brought over here. But we're talking about, I thought Sweat has freakish skills.
Okay.
That's why the Bears, believe it or not, may be scary. A guy 6'6", running 4.4.
Yes.
You got to give me a first-round pick. To me, again, I'm not in management, and it's done. It's over. Chase is a prospect. You know, this dude was. But we've got if you look what Dallas got pressure from 3 people. And the key to their success was they got one guy that's unblockable. So first thing you got to do you have anybody unblockable? Well, right now, no.
Nope.
That kid 11 is unblockable. And they got a kid inside that's damn near unblockable. So when you got 2 freaks like that, then they had a corner that could cover on the alone. They so good they gave up a guy. Right? And they had another guy hurt. I'm not talking trash. I'm just calling talent.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They have talent. See, we got guys talking about getting bags. We in last place back-to-back years. So either you a bad talent evaluator or you got people that don't get a job done. All I'm saying is that I don't mind paying anybody. But what do we get? Yeah. You pay people get results. If you paying people and you in last place, man, you got a problem. And obviously they recognize that. Now you got a new staff, got all these new people in here. All I'm saying is that people in the end, the Chiefs are the Chiefs because that boy that wear 95 on the defensive line
makes a difference.
He's unblockable. Right?
He's different.
They had the best corner. So the formula ain't that crazy. You got to have a freak on the D-line, a freak in the secondary, and you got to have a wide receiver that is scary and a quarterback. Now, you figure out how to put that together and call me when you get it going.
Right. Well, Doc, here's my question for you. I got a 2-part question, really. Well, our last coach happened to play the position of linebacker. His defensive coordinator was supposed to be a linebacker vet. We haven't seen our linebacker yet. Our captain of our defense that's going to tie the front end to the back, and I'm talking about Bobby Wagner here, right? We haven't seen him yet. What are we expecting for? Because we haven't seen Ron Payne, John Allen, we haven't seen Bobby Wagner. What do you think that Bobby is going to do that we haven't seen in forever? Because we haven't had a quarterback of the offense, and we damn sure haven't had a quarterback of the defense. How's Bobby Wagner going to make this happen?
Our 2 tackles are outstanding players. If they dominate versus the run, now they'll get credit for it. Because now Wagner he'll plug them up like London Fletcher.
Right.
As good as their defense will. Imagine having London. Now you got London. With them 2, because those guys are very good players up front. But how they going to show it? If they plug in holes and the linebackers are getting run over or 7 yards deep, you got to have a plugger.
Yeah.
We had no plugger. We try to make safeties in the linebackers. No, you need a linebacker. So when you get guys like the ilk of people we have now, Luvu, they brought over some freaks now. And now I think you'll see the defense will have a completely different tenor. And you might even get something out of 52 with his hand down. The kid can run like the wind. They trying to make him figure out stuff. No, just make him chase. Make him chase. He got to learn it. Maybe you'll get lucky, but I don't know, man. It's defense. It's like go get the guy with the ball.
Here's the second part of that question.
It's so damn complicated. I mean, yeah, them big boys up front. John Allen and Payne are Pro Bowl talents, but they got to force the offense to spend 2 men on them. And when John got hurt, once the elephant hurts foot, you in trouble.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because that's too important. That's
Mhm.
like a pitcher hurting his elbow.
Yeah.
So even though they kept playing, they ain't gonna be the same. That's why I said this boy from Illinois. You got Ridgeway, who's there. They got to play. We got the other boy from Alabama, Big John. He's there. Somebody has actually got the fire, pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
We got all these Alabama. Well, that don't mean nothing if they don't have the rest of the Crimson Tide with them. That's my point.
Well, what about Mikey Sanders? Mike, of course, once Bobby Wagner's there,
he's a beast,
and he sets everything. Once he sets everything, what is that going to do for Mikey Sanders still as well?
He's nice. But you can look at him and see he shows up every time he's on the field. From a former receiver at Michigan, you saw him. He's a champion. He's outstanding. But you got to have who's the lockdown corner.
Facts.
I mean, soon Jerry's going to sign 88. He's just doing that for pub.
Absolutely.
Jerry likes to hear his name and the Cowboys mentioned also. This is all publicity. CeeDee Lamb will be there opening day. He'll be there. Who are you going to put on it?
Yeah, facts. Well, Sayed's got a kicker question for you.
Well, you don't even play them for a long time, but I'm just saying, other teams have a guy like that. Somebody has a legitimate one. That's a problem. He's a problem. The boy in Philadelphia, they got a one too. We've seen what these dudes do. Not everybody has one.
They got to win a lot of places. They got to win.
Yeah.
They got to win everywhere they need to have one at too. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
especially on offense. Defense is still questionable for Philly. We don't know what's going to happen with them, but like you said, their offense they got a star, seemingly at everywhere to go. But I think Kelsey being gone is going to hurt that up front though.
That's what I was about to say. I was going to say I think Philly's offensive line takes a step back this year.
You better hope they do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it don't take you a whole season to fill that void.
No.
It's early on. Remember, they were 10-0.
Yeah.
And they fell off the page because they got another problem. When your head man is weak, it's just a matter of time.
That's our problem.
You can't cover up the guy at the head of the line.
No.
We've seen what that works. So we already know what the end of the story looks like.
It don't work. Yep.
Yeah.
It don't work.
You can hide the guy in the middle of the line. You can't hide the guy in front.
So why Jerry doing that to McCarthy too? He's doing the same thing to McCarthy.
Jerry is building. That's why they're the most valued program on the planet.
10 billion.
You can say what you want to say about him. He knows how to generate income.
He does.
They're don't look at him as a football team.
Okay.
Right. They're like a Broadway. They're a entity.
Sure.
They're a financial. They print money. And so the teams that are mentioned the most make the most.
Mm-hmm.
They're the most talked about, most mentioned sports team on the planet and have not had a significant victory in 29 years. Nobody else can say that.
That's true.
The Falcons.
Nobody can say that. I'm not mad. I'm not trying to be funny.
We can't say that.
Genius.
We can't say that.
Go on, say it. Get in there.
You covered a lot of things. I had questions about the offensive line and linebacker position. We've had the discussion about Forbes having to apply himself in the tackling side of the ball. Any thoughts you have on that? You think he may be replaced, or you think they're gonna give him another shot for the whole year?
Well, the thing about a good staff, he has got to be developed.
Right.
Whether or not they would have drafted him doesn't matter. He's here now. They're very smart. They are used to being around talent.
Right.
And so now develop him. Not only did we not have people here that knew what they were doing, they couldn't certainly help him get better because they didn't know what they were doing. He has shown he's got great ball skills. You can't survive in the SEC, do what he did, and not say he can't play. I think he can. Of course he can play.
True.
But when he gets in his mind, you got to get that doubt out of his mind. Got to rebuild his confidence up.
Right.
You know, and get him in a position where these guys teach ball hawking. And so let him get a couple picks.
Yeah.
Let him get his confidence going again. And to keep pushing him weights. You know, he needs some neck bones. He needs some oxtails. We got to give him some cornbread. You know, put him 7, 8, 9, 10 pounds on him and just keep believing in him. And he might very well turn out to be something special.
Right.
But you can't expect him to have not been coached for an entire season and then give up on him. I would never do that. I would just continue to keep working with him. And if he don't give up on himself, I don't give up on him. Because what he did, you just can't get somebody and put him in the SEC and have him go out and do what he did. It's impossible. So we show him he got it in him.
You got to bring it out.
Cultivate him. Coach him up.
Yeah.
You can't go out and get somebody coaching high school and go in and put him in the room with him and tell him to do it. That's unfair to him. He should have sued him.
All right, Lady A.
I completely agree with that, Doc. I've been saying it the whole time. He needs to eat and lift. He needs to get his weight up. We cannot have him getting dragged down the field again. Like, we cannot. Use him for what you brought him, well, what he was brought to the team for.
And how about some help?
Yeah.
Or better pressure on the quarterback will help him.
Yeah.
You know, all these 3 things can help him.
Right.
You know, but the pressure they had last year, a lot of us might have been able to have some success.
None.
Well,
the pressure was none.
I have a real question other than, you know, us agreeing on Forbes. But in general, what do you think that the team needs to focus on in order to be, and it doesn't really have to be this for this season, upcoming season, but just in general, to be a serious playoff contender? And then what players do you think will be key in making those changes?
Great question.
When you're in last place, the only way you get out of it is you got to outwork everybody else in the league. They got to understand that nobody's going to give them anything. And so if the quarterback's there at 5 a.m., I'm wondering about what the hell is he doing being alone? You know, they keep bragging about, well, he's the first one there. I'm going, why is he alone? I'll know that they're taking this thing serious, you know, when half the building's lit up at 5:30. You know, that's when I know they're serious. I'll know that they get it when they realize that they're in last place. They've lost to the Giants back to back. That's when I'll know it's serious. They got to understand this culture. What was once here that is gone, when they looking at that stadium and half of the opponents' people are there, that never existed.
Right.
They just got to be indoctrinated into the environment. Because right now they're happy. They got drafted. Everybody's excited. They got to understand where they are and then decide that they don't want to stay where they are. And I love the fact that they have a leader in Daniels. They got a quarterback. And I've been waiting to listen to it. I heard that McCaffrey's there with him. You know, he there. I kept thinking, okay, I'm wondering when is it going to be that they have to start calling the janitors and everybody say, hey, we got to get people in there early because we got about 30 people here at 6 a.m. See, I'm waiting to find out when I go, the kid is coming here as a rookie.
Yep.
And he's opening up the door. When the rest of y'all been here for a minute, all you got your bags and you in last place back-to-back years. When you going to get there earlier and join him? Or you going to have the rookie lead you? That's what pisses me off. I'm sitting there going, oh, you're going to just stand for being in last place? And got to have people come from the outside to fix your problem? And you've been here? But that's just me. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just sitting outside in. Yeah.
I got two questions.
That bothers me. I got a problem with it.
I got two questions, Don. The first, I know you're not maybe a big predictions guy, but I've said that if y'all don't win but 6 games this year, but you for sure, for certain, have found your franchise quarterback, that you are off to a good start, and that's a good year for you all. What would you consider in regards to maybe wins and then and whatever other factors has been a good year for the Commanders this year?
The only reason I don't play the fantasy football game is that if I found my franchise quarterback, I ain't gonna win 6 damn games.
Okay.
I'm gonna win 10, like they did in Houston. I'm gonna win 11.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I find my quarterback and I'm paying the rest of these dudes that are there, then I'm gonna be like Houston. Because I've got a coach who's already been to a Super Bowl.
Right.
Their coach had never been a head coach before. So if they could do it in Houston with a first-time head coach and a young quarterback, I've got DQ, who's been to one before, and now you're telling me my quarterback hits? Yeah, I could put 6.
Yep.
No, 10, 11.
I'm with it.
I got you.
And what kind of play? And like I said, you've already said the defense has to carry the show, especially early on with a rookie quarterback.
Yes.
What type of play calling do you want to see out of Kingsbury? Being that the whole NFL is pass happy. Everybody's 60-40 almost daggone near. But sometimes that's not the winning formula for getting a rookie off to a good start. What do you want to see out of Kingsbury in regards to
I think
play
because
calling?
he has this unique talent that he is proficient in the short game.
Okay.
And the short game, that pisses the defense off because it makes them chase the ball.
Yep.
And if they get greedy, he's going to get you over the top. And he's capable. He's got a gun. And he's got wheels. He's your worst nightmare.
He is.
If he doesn't get greedy and takes what you give him. You know what I love about Tom Brady? He's the GOAT. And he threw more check downs than anybody in the history of the game.
Yes, he did.
Because everybody, they call my boy who's made a fortune in Minnesota now,
Jefferson.
that was here.
Oh, Kirk
Cousins. They call him Check Down Charlie. You know how much money Check Down Charlie's bank account look like? You know what he do? Keep driving by. You didn't watch Tom Brady then. If you give me the out, Tom took it. You know what? Tom kept drives alive. Tom gave his defense a blow. Tom kept the offense on the field. I ain't mad at you. Keep drives alive. We'll kick field goal. The MVP of the league was on our team, Mark Mosley.
Yeah, he was.
Because we kept our defense on the sideline breathing at oxygen, score on drives. We chew up the clock. We play small ball too.
Right.
Pound the rock. And then had James Arthur Monk, Gary Clark. You can still have your receivers. Then your receivers come in play. When you got to come in and deal with John and Joe, then Gary, Art, Ricky, did they kill you over the top?
Right.
So to me, receivers are complementary to that jackhammer we're killing you with. And when you come to stop that, we kill you over the top. It's all complementary. But if you want to come out and just be a passing game, like you put on an air show for TV and you selling tickets, and you can be Dallas. And you can have all these stats and you 12 in this in the regular season. Then you come into big boy play and whatever that, you don't bust a grape. Why? Because
you're not built. Tell him, Doc. Tell him.
Well, it's I'm not making it up.
Right.
Is Doc anti-fine, Lady A? Because I ain't seen no signs come Doc way.
You see, what you got to understand, man. You got to understand is Doc and Lady A.
I'm talking about winning. You look at the 49ers. Why the Niners always consistently there?
Because they physical.
Run pass. Shanahan kill you. You want to come in on this? Brock Purdy just killing you. You want to come up with just boom. He taking you. Debo, IU, all them boys, they kill you. Hit the tight end, hit the back. What you want to play? And they doing Brock Purdy. He take down the last round of draft and carve you up, man, like you got caught in the alley with a switchblade. Because it's not that complicated. They play great defense. Their linebackers are all over the place. What do they have? Great edge pressure.
Right.
The formula is not that complicated. You got to have edge pressure. You got to have a beast in the backfield. You got to have a guy, don't turn the ball over. We don't give you a chance to beat us. And your O-line's got to be special.
Yeah.
So those are building blocks. However you can get to that. Or you can just get paid, get your behind whipped every week, and get the bag.
Doc, everybody was concerned about the tight end room, and you touched on it a little earlier, but I really want to know how you feel about Ertz, Bates.
Love him.
I want to see how you feel about your position, the tight end room.
I don't know if Ertz has 16, 17 games in his body.
I told y'all.
But I tell you what, them young boys he got, Cole Turner owes us. We've been talking about him for 3 years.
Mm.
So he owes us something. Cynic, you can go ahead and sign the check right now. This boy legit.
Right.
This boy is a beast. And 87 already love him to death. We got to knock somebody off the ball.
Mm-hmm.
See, we have got to be able to have the tight ends in the run game and in the protection game. You can't block these ends by yourself all the time. So we got to have them help chipping on these defensive ends. Because if you have to play Pittsburgh or you got to play Dallas or you got to play the Niners, you got to have the help to block them freaks. Because I'm going to tell you what, man, if you don't have a program for 11, he's going to wreck your game. Just straight up. He's going to wreck your game. The Eagles figured it out. You got to have something to figure him out. Then that kid, 97. That's what I'm saying. The whole game is not that complicated. You know where they are. You got to figure out how you're going to deal with them. And if you can neutralize them freaks, now you got a chance to see if you can break something open.
I got you, Doc.
Can't block them freaks. They got you.
Eat early on Thanksgiving. Eat early. That's all I can tell you.
Why?
Because we're gonna ruin that dinner.
We don't play y'all Thanksgiving Day.
You don't got. I thought y'all had a Thanksgiving this year.
No, we got y'all the last game of the season.
And
the first time.
The 24th.
And it's close to January too.
Yeah.
But the 24th of November, right?
Yeah.
24th of November. Isn't that Thanksgiving?
No.
Thanksgiving's that early this year. Okay.
We got y'all before Thanksgiving.
Man, don't worry about us.
Man, I wish. Don't that's always a good thing. That's a good holiday for me. That's
you worry about Detroit or San Francisco.
Took care of
worry about somebody, Green Bay. That's what you need to be worried
we owe
about.
them. We owe them.
That's what you need to be worried about.
Yeah, y'all do, because Jordan Love.
This will be the 30th year. Don't make it 30 years in a row. It's 29 now. Don't make it 30.
Doc, we thank you for being available to First String Podcast all the time, Doc.
Hey, man, y'all family, man. Appreciate y'all. Lady A, have they been nice to you?
Sometimes.
Thanks, Doc.
Who has been bothering you?
All of them.
The truth is not in her right now.
I promise you, Doc. She wouldn't have it. She wouldn't even let that go on. So I don't even know why you.
They try. You're right, Alvin. I don't let it go on, but they try.
Oh, did she just call it a professional?
Yeah, she did. She did.
Right there, I can call him Alvin.
Well, look, Doc, I told her. I said, I'm on the way home. She was like, the first place she better check in is with me. I said, okay, little big sister.
Yes, Doc. Just let me know.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Doc.
It's always a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Doc. Appreciate you.
Definitely.
Hey, Doc, it's 3 years. 3 years we've been doing this now. 3 years. Thank you.
Hey, man, God is good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Right. Keep doing it, man. I'm trying to do it for 30. Yeah.
Yes, sir. 30, just like the Cowboys.
I got a fantastic stick for Doc. Cigar for Doc when I see him, man.
Oh yes.
We're gonna break that 30-year.
No.
We're gonna break that 30
No,
year.
You're not.
I promise you that this year.
Bless your heart.
Don't say something you can't back up. No,
we're gonna get CD in the building.
And I don't want it to happen. Believe me, I don't want to lose. I honestly, it will break my heart. It really will, because love your coach. Yeah, it's perfect. Everything is just the way it should be right now. Indeed. I don't want y'all to change nothing.
I bet you wanted to sign that too, don't you?
Yep.
I want him to get 60. Yeah, absolutely.
I bet you
I do want y'all to keep that. I want y'all to not. I'm so glad you brought back my boy, man.
Zeke.
I love Zeke, man. I love Zeke's my dog, man. I see Zeke waddling around there, man. But I just can't wait. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait.
Man.
I love it, man. I'm gonna tell you something though. Red in that plus 10 in. That boy like a water buffalo, boy. That boy gonna be rough to stop getting in that end zone, though.
Yeah,
he gonna help.
He got a nose.
He got a nose for it.
He got a nose for it. Yeah, he do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, y'all be blessed, man. I'm out.
You as well.
Right,
Have a good one, Doc.
I get back to the Democratic convention.
All right, Doc.
That was Doc Walker. Y'all know y'all can catch him right here with us on First String Podcast, of course. Now, listen, we got to talk a little something serious, okay?
Okay.
Now, Commanders fans, I need y'all to pay attention to this one right here.
Uh-oh.
All right. So, our first drive versus the Miami Dolphins, we get down the field, we pick up some yards, and then it's fourth down comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Fourth down comes up, and out comes who, Lady A?
Somebody.
And
why you have to talk about hurtful things?
I'm just saying. I'm setting this up here. I'm setting it up. Here we go. And we know it's wide left, wide right. Meanwhile, we need to check the rule book to see if we can share kickers with someone that kicked the 64-yard.
Wow.
Goodness, pick. Go to bed.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
What are y'all feeding them, Al?
Man, listen, man. I don't know why you putting so much emphasis on this. Like Doc said, this not even real football.
That's fine.
64 yards would tie the NFL record had it been a regular season.
Kick it on in there.
I can dig
it. happens. Sometimes, people get, stuff like that. No.
Man, feed them grits and shim and grits, man. I don't know what they feed them there. Who knows, man?
We already said we
right. Thank you, John. He's trying to mess everybody's vibe up.
No, we already said our kicker's not on our.
John,
he said our kicker's not on
preseason, so it's not real.
Yeah, football. It's not even real football. Pick. I mean, this. I'm with Doc with this one. It's almost. It's so bad that I watch it really just for the show, because the football after about 6 or 7 minutes is so bad.
It is terrible.
I stopped watching. Man, the only game I watched the other day, like I told you, was the Tennessee game when they played Seattle, because I had an rooting interest in that whole game.
Yeah, we all do.
But like I said, I had your game on at the same time because I had your dual screen going. But it was so bad. I mean, once Jaden came out and then they started sending people in, and even our game, we started Cooper Rush. Man, how can I get up and get excited and take anything from Cooper Rush?
Hey, that's not nice.
It's the truth, lady. Eh?
Is he playing on your team?
If he played on the season, we got a problem. so why do I want to see him play the preseason?
He's playing next year. He's playing next year because y'all going.
And then we got Tuck it up Shorty coming in behind him. That's and Trey Lance. He wanted to tuck it in.
What's his name?
Tuck it up Shorty.
Tuck it up Shorty.
Tuck and run. Right. That's all he do best.
Tuck it up Shorty said. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard what he said.
That's his name, man.
Mm-hmm.
Was Tuck and Shorty in the trenches?
No, the trenches. My saying was,
you don't even have to explain.
But you understand, if you win the trenches, it don't matter who horn it. You long as you win it, you good.
Look at Lady A's face.
I'm just saying, ladies, you understand.
He's talking about
he's doubling down.
I'm doubling down because I'm talking about a garden hoe. I ain't talking about a real hoe. I'm talking about a garden hoe, lady hoe. I'm just saying it don't matter how bad the trenches. As long as you got somebody good digging, you got it. You win both sides, you're good, and that's all I'm saying.
Oh my goodness. Okay, listen. Say it.
I got a question for Sid too.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead. What you got?
Go, John. Go.
You ready? Go ahead. What you got?
How you feel about Michael Penix showing enough that he don't need to play no more in the preseason?
Well, there we go. Let's have
an ongoing discussion that people seem to have. I listened to a few podcasts today, read a few articles a day, where many people say the same thing that I'm saying. If if he's going to sit for 2 years, then he didn't throw the ball. He didn't get enough playing time. If they're talking about him starting in the first game of the year, he didn't get enough playing time.
Exactly.
And they already announced he's not even going to play in the third preseason game. At least give him a series.
Yep.
You know why he's not playing in the third preseason game?
He looked too good
in this last game. He didn't play even the series in the last game.
Yeah, say it. So the reason Michael Penix is not playing in his third preseason game is the same reason that Jaden is not playing in his third preseason game.
But see, the thing is, Jaden's not playing because Jaden's going to be the starting. He's going to be starting quarterback.
And
Michael Penix is not going to be the starting quarterback.
It's going to be for the Atlanta Falcons game 1.
Is Kirk Cousins healthy?
That is it right there. Kirk Cousins is not healthy. So you can either run Taylor Heineke out there or Michael Penix Jr.
You gonna put Taylor Heineke?
Come on, there it is. But yeah, I mean, it's just Atlanta. At the point, it's Atlanta Falcons. I think that them even picking him with the first pick, it's changed the scheme a lot anyway.
Yeah.
Why would you go out and hand Kirk Cousins that amount of money with potential down the street, whether he's going to be able to start, whether or not now or not? Because one of the things I told Pick early in the year, if they want a project, I would have went after who? Hendon Hooker.
But it worked for Green Bay. He's still growing.
He's going to have chances to sit. He had no pressure to play. And what's one of the better quarterbacks they've been talking about during the last couple of games? Hendon Hooker. He had a concussion the first game. He looked good. He looked good in the second game. Hendon Hooker. He has no pressure to start playing. That's the same pressure he would have had Atlanta would have picked him. There was no pressure to play right now.
But there's no pressure to play because you said it before. You said the only way that Michael Penix Jr. is going to see the field is if Kirk Cousins is hurt, right?
And what if he gets hurt the beginning of let's be real. Remember the Jets? They got Aaron Rodgers, right?
Knocking on wood for that one. Show it to me.
Okay. So what happened? Soon as they got Aaron Rodgers, what happened?
4 plays in, he's down.
Okay. So what if that happens and you have not prepared this young man?
Exactly.
But I got one more question for you, Sid. Do you feel better about the Michael Penix pick now that you all have acquired Judon? Because that was one of your problems, that you all didn't get an edge rusher. And I promise you, nobody you would have gotten that draft better than Judon immediately.
Right.
Does that make the Michael Penix pick a better feeling for you? I know you didn't like it when it happened, but now that you made the move to get Judon, who's a plug-in 10, 12 sack guy immediately and an impact guy, does that make can you stomach the Michael Penix pick a lot better because you're set up now for the future, almost in a Green Bay situation?
But see, you set up in the future. True. The difference is Michael Penix is older. He'll be if he had to wait 2 years, he'll be 27 going on 28 before he starts his first game.
That's prime for a quarterback.
No, not as a rookie.
It don't matter.
What I'm saying is he's 25
not as a rookie.
But you got Kirk for 2 years.
Minimum 2 years. He missing the point.
If he comes in to a game unexpected, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say, something happens, Mr. Moneyman goes down and he's in this game and he messes up. The excuse is going to then be, he ain't never start in the NFL game. No, you prepare him just in case. That they're not doing him justice.
Exactly.
They're really.
But what is he going to learn in the preseason?
We
just had this discussion.
Everybody's saying right now that the defenses are playing vanilla. They're not playing unless you play the Miami Dolphins, who's going to show you their offense because they don't think nobody can beat their offense. It's all set on timing. They playing their defenses. They coming at you real because they a track team playing football, right? But they just played the Baltimore Ravens, and we know the Baltimore Ravens is hell in the preseason, right? And they still don't show you a lot, but they give you just enough to confuse your quarterbacks and things like that. Would you rather if Kirk Cousins is unable to play, do you want Taylor Heineke out there or Michael Penix Jr.?
You might as well say Taylor.
Taylor Heineke. You have not given him reps.
I get it.
You have not given him reps. Pick again. We had the conversation before the podcast
John,
started.
clip this off, John.
He's playing against vanilla defense. They're not scheming for him. He was 11.
So what does it matter?
Okay, he was 11 of 16 for 108. The following game, Taylor Heineke was 11 for 18 for 109.
So if they're not scheming, why does it matter?
So here's the thing, Pitt. You said something that was key. You said the track races, right? So if you run track,
I'm talking about Miami. When you play Miami.
No, but listen, if someone runs track, right, and they are sitting there and you're gonna have to get called in, you gotta sub somebody, right? Somebody got hurt, you gotta sub them. Is it better if you have been jogging or sitting on your couch?
I understand what you're saying, but this is the same dude, my dude right here, the same dude that told us last year, if Taylor Heineke have to play, the season is over.
Well,
that's what he told us last year, right?
Okay.
We're telling you right now that Kirk Cousins is not healthy. Kirk Cousins is not healthy. So what I'm saying to you guys is they are getting Michael Penix ready for opening week, for that opening game. They're getting him ready.
Okay.
When we get ready, he hasn't played anything.
That's what I'm saying. You're missing the big picture pick. You're not getting. Wait. You're going against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Offensive line is still suspect. They got they got a guy on there that all he does is sack quarterback, and they know he left-handed. So guess what side of the field he's going to be on? Yeah. He's going to be on the right side of defense. Guess what? Because he can't roll to his left because he's running to him all day long.
Right.
But see, at this point, he has no practice at doing that because they've only given him limited live reps. It's different when you're not being hit.
Okay, you're right.
You can stay in practice and throw all day long. David Carr did that, and then he got into the game, and what happened?
Okay, let me ask you this question. What NFL quarterback is getting hit in practice? None, right?
None.
What
Nobody
NFL,
get hit in practice.
Hold on, wait. But what NFL quarterback is getting into a game in the preseason and they say go out there and get hit?
Did Jay Daniels get sacked?
Mahomes.
Did Jay Daniels get sacked? Jay Daniels get sacked?
No, Jay Daniels did not get sacked.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he got sacked.
Yeah, he did.
But Jay Daniels is also getting rid of the ball.
Did he not get hit on the sideline, pick?
Yeah, that's on a run play. We talked about that.
Wait. Did he not get hit on the sideline?
Yeah. Did his coach?
Like I said, he got.
But did the coach get upset? Did the coach get upset about it?
It's not about the coach getting upset.
No, the coach got upset because he wanted him to go. He wanted him to go out of bounds. He wanted him to get down. No coach is saying
you're missing
go out here.
Right, but you're missing the experience is what he's saying. Here's the thing. No, hold on. The preseason is like a dress rehearsal.
Yeah,
like
no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Dress rehearsal.
It used to be.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Dress rehearsal ain't the big game. It's not the big game.
No, it's not.
In the squad or the in the squad midweek practice, more hitting almost they're there because they do more ones against ones, and it's a better evaluation because there's nothing on film to broadcast to the rest of the league, and they'll showcase more in those inter squad scrimmages because it's a private tape that's not shared in a public manner. Mm-hmm. So, but it used to be. Remember this third preseason game was the
preseason used to be,
Alan, but it's still this right here.
It's
when
not.
You in the inter squad game, that defensive end coming off the end, he's tapping you on the shoulder. Hey, we got it. Mm-hmm. Hey, we got it. In the game, he's snatching you to the ground.
Yeah,
he running through your chest in the squad game because they know for a fact that can't be hit.
Right.
They know for a fact can't be hit. Whereas when you're in the game and the clock is going over your head,
it's not.
You see that black and gold flash in the corner because you're gonna see it.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I said I must agree with you.
Y'all played Pittsburgh the first week of the season, right? Okay, let me ask you this.
Not a team to be going against, and you have no.
Let me calm down.
Go ahead.
Everybody calm down.
Why did you calm down?
Because I want y'all. Because I want to prove a point, and I don't prove a whole bunch of points here.
You don't.
If this is a dress rehearsal, if the preseason is a dress rehearsal, mm-hmm. Somebody tell me why all of your number ones are not on the field. And it's probably maybe
because
for any of them.
because they
any
get
of them.
90 to
Are you
100
sure?
real reps during the
Wait.
week
Are you
in
sure?
practice.
Are you sure?
Some
A
people,
lot of teams.
I'm
A
talking
lot of
about-
teams.
Are
lot
you
of
sure,
teams.
Vic? Because I'm going to tell you where you're wrong at.
You about to say Kansas City?
I watched the Raiders play the whole first team
Oh yeah,
in
some
game
teams
one.
get some
All
teams
They played
get
to
22.
hit.
halftime.
But
Right?
that's what I'm saying.
Jaden
That's
is
rare.
not
Played to halftime.
That's a first year head coach. That's a first year head
That was
coach.
the second game.
It's to an
Kansas City played
individual
the whole
coach.
first team in the second game, right?
That's a first year head coach.
The Colts are talking. The teams now announcing they're not going to play anybody this week. But I think it's still one team going to play starter for at least a quarter. I forgot who it was. And
Yes,
The Patriots are.
It's
The
going-
Patriots
it's going
are.
across
Because
the
they
ticket.
can't. They haven't found their quarterback yet. So the Patriots are.
but Pick, here's the thing. Let's be real. They knew Jaden was going to be our number one. He still played.
Of course.
He still played though.
But
Yes.
he's a rookie also.
And so is what is
What in the world did you just say?
He's a rookie also. But guess what?
What did he just?
this is
What?
what we need to clip, right?
But this is But this is what we just found out is that Kirk Cousins over the Baltimore time, over that week, that second week, when they said Michael Penix is not playing, they didn't wait till the third week. They did that the second week. Well, Michael Penix ain't playing is because Kirk Cousins is physically unable to protect himself versus Pittsburgh. That's what that is. I'm telling y'all right now. This
But
is
he
all
didn't have
leading
to play the whole game. You could have put Michael Penix.
Why
in
would
there
you?
for a
And
quarter.
then okay, John just pointed it out. Read that comment right there.
He has
Y'all
already
can't
has
have it
two
both ways. No, Pick.
Mhm.
I said that when they drafted him, and what did you say? What did
Yeah,
you say?
you did.
I
Pitt.
said y'all got
No,
Warren
you
Moon.
did,
What did you
Pitt.
I said y'all got Warren Moon.
Oh,
I said y'all
you
got
said,
Warren Moon.
you said nah.
Best-
No, you didn't. You
y'all
said
got
nah.
the
He
best
don't have a chance to heal up.
here
He got
as
to
he
he can be
has.
able to move in the pocket. No, you can't have it both ways.
Say
If
it.
he got
Say
bad
it.
knees,
He's
then he
not
should have drafted in
playing.
the first round. You can't have it both ways.
No,
You
say
can't
he's
draft
not
somebody in
playing.
the first round with two bad
He's
knees
not-
and then say he's gonna start.
No, I'd say if John said that, I'm just telling you right now what they don't want to happen is they don't want Kirk Cousins to be able to not be ready to play because he's apparently not, and then they don't want to get Michael Penix Jr. hurt. That's all I'm saying. They don't want to get him hurt. He had his work during the week versus Baltimore. He's going to rest him in preseason game number 3 because you already said he ain't playing in preseason game number 3.
He didn't play in 2 or 3.
Right. He didn't play nothing.
He didn't play in 2
Let
or 3.
me recap it.
He has no
He
reps.
got
He
his
has
work.
reps in game 1.
I got
He
you.
has no reps, Pick. This is the
I got-
NFL. This is not college. He
You're
just
right.
can't go out there against some
You're
of the fastest cornerbacks in the NFL and think you're going to be able to make these corner passes and make a mistake and it's going to be okay. In preseason, you're against backups, a chance they may drop. You don't go out here against some of the best DBs in Pittsburgh, along with the best defensive line, and you're going to be out there flailing. Then the same thing you're saying right now, he had a bad game. We knew he was going to have a bad game.
Right.
Guess what, said?
Because
Guess
he
what,
has to
said?
play.
Guess what, said? All of them do that. The first 4 weeks of the NFL season suck because they
Not
not
Kansas
tackling.
City. Not Kansas City.
And this is why they going for number 3.
Let me tell you something, Pick.
This is why
Now,
they going for number 3.
if the Steelers run all over everybody on that team, we need to have a whole nother conversation. If they put Penix in the game and they run all over him too, we need to have a conversation because it's literally looking like that's going to happen.
That's coaching, and coaching matters.
You know what, Pick? I'm about to just throw something at you.
Don't throw nothing at me. Don't throw nothing at me.
But
Don't throw nothing at me. All right, what's next, Ed? What's next on this list here?
I don't drop my piece of paper.
Oh Lord.
Al's kicking squad. His kicker.
Yeah. Al, where did this guy come from,
We got
Al?
Lincoln Oil. We got Lincoln Oil.
You talking about
Yeah, where did he come from?
he actually was, I think, the USFL. He was like, I mean, he was in like the USFL or he was one of their kickers, and we signed him late before the season last year. He missed the first 2 kicks of his NFL the preseason and didn't miss nothing until the playoffs.
Hey, now
Brandon
that's doing your homework and everything like that for sure.
But see, that our scouting department has never been the problem.
No.
We get talent. It ain't the problem. It's never been we can find talent from everywhere. From Turpin, Aubrey, look, we find talent from everywhere. I mean, we draft well, we bring in good free agents.
Yes.
We do well. We won 12 games for 3 straight years.
Yes.
That's not our problem. Our problem is when it gets to the games that matter, when it say one and done. When it becomes one and done, if we got a game next week, we perfectly fine.
Before.
If we got a game next week, we perfectly fine. I don't know if it's the pressure, the coaches, if it's something in Dak's head, that whole, maybe it's because Dak, he played in a great conference, but he never played for anything in Mississippi State. Maybe I don't know what it is. I've been racking my brain, but I know if we don't have a game, if we don't know, we know it's one and done, we come out different every time. So I don't know how to frame that, how to phrase that, how to categorize that, how to whatever you want to call it. It maybe it is juju. I don't know what it is, dumb truck. It might be bad juju, but I just know if we got a game next week, I don't worry about how we gonna come out. If we know it's one and done, man, I don't feel good about the game.
Okay, well,
unless he playing y'all.
Oh, see that right there? Get your 5 minutes of mute. Gotta get your 5 minutes of mute right there. Hello. You're in the big box for a reason.
Yes, I'm gonna give you guys some insight, some updates on the WNBA.
Thank you.
After some of these ladies came back from their wonderful performance at the Olympics, they immediately went back to work. And number one, I do want to point out that a lot of the players are asking for more time in between, which I get. That's a lot.
The jet lag and all
that's a lot. So
they've been drinking champagne.
That topic is up for discussion. As they come back, our 2 top rookies are Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. They are both amazing in their own right. Both of them have gone ahead this past week and set records. Caitlin, she set the single season rookie assist record.
Was it rookie or was it the
rookie?
The rookie record. Okay.
The rookie.
I thought it was the record for the league period.
No, the single season rookie assist record.
Okay.
And Angel has become the fastest WNBA player to collect 20 double-doubles. So hers was not a rookie thing. It was across the WNBA to collect 20 double-doubles. So that's really cool. Kudos to them. They're still rock stars. So as we go along, of course, they're in competition for Rookie of the Year.
Who's yours?
I'm rooting for Angel. I'm biased. Okay. She's home team. Okay. So but one thing I do want to point out that, there was a major question going around about the Olympic squad. One young lady did amazing, Gabby Williams. She used to be in the WNBA. But then she wasn't anymore. So people were like, well, why is she not in the WNBA? Well, she went ahead and re-signed, keep in mind, with Seattle Storm after her performance at the Olympics. So kudos to her. Pretty much, just check them out. Right now, pretty much we are looking at Liberty and the Aces being kind of top tier as far as fan favorites. And, as the season progresses, of course, things change. The Aces were considered a fan favorite as far as going all the way. Now Liberty is kind of at that top spot. So it's usually back and forth between the two of them. So definitely check out some WNBA games. And I can't remain focused anymore.
It's already time. It is already time.
Why? That one of my Rasta co-hosts are just losing it.
He's ready for the big box.
Well,
it looks like y'all already know what time it is. Man, listen, Leaking Oil is brought to you by Lock Oil. You can't have dreadlocks without your Lock Oil. It looks like you're ready.
I cannot.
Welcome to Leaking Oil. It's the one and only. Cedric. Anyway.
Yeah, a French Jamaican.
Cedric.
Good God.
Cedric.
Well, French Jamaican. Watch yourself now. Watch yourself. Anyway, we're gonna start off like this. We're gonna start off like this. I mean, we got some nonsense going on last week in the NFL. Let's start with Daniel Jones and the New York Giants, right?
Oh
right?
my
Right?
goodness.
They gave Daniel Jones all his money. He throwing picks. He hitting DBs in the chest. The DBs out there catching passes. We told y'all not to give him the money. We told y'all to wait. Nah, you went ahead and did it anyway. You gave him all the money. Now you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. You got him now. You can't trade him. Well, you can't trade him this year. Maybe next year. This year you can't trade him this year. He got too much dead money. Sorry. So we're gonna move on from that.
Okay.
And we're gonna slide on over. We're gonna slide on over to the discussion we just had earlier with Michael Penix Jr. Right? I've been up and down on the different platforms, reading different articles, watching all the shows about him not playing. My personal opinion is he shouldn't be drafting the first round anyway. Should be hitting hooker. It's short. We're gonna get away from that. Let the live what they are. It is what it is.
You are killing me, bro.
We're gonna let Atlanta fucking live what they are. So then we're gonna move on to what really one of the really great subjects that's going. It's getting picked up everywhere. The race between Noah Lyles and Tyreek Hill. So Tyreek Hill, Noah Lyles say, bring it.
Whoa.
That's what he said. He said, I'm tired of hearing you talking about what I can't do. Stop talking. Here go the date. Show up. You know, now they're waiting on Tyreek Hill to respond. Oh, wait a minute. I'm standing up here a little bit. Anyway.
What is this?
Hey, wait. Last but not least.
Deal with this.
Last but not least, we got to talk about this Tua Flores situation. Right?
Oh,
Tua
man.
done got down to Miami, got all soft, talking about the coach coaching him too hard. You was on a winning team.
Yeah.
You had a defensive head coach who had the defense keeping you in every game, even while you were throwing bad picks left and right. Remember now, there's a couple games while he was head coach. You threw 3 picks in a game. Not one time. You did it multiple times. But now you mad because he told you the truth. You suck.
Oh.
You were throwing the ball. You was throwing the ball. You was throwing the ball. And, you know, people didn't want him to come out and say anything about, you know, respond to it. And I kind of wish he didn't either. But he did. So he did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a little disappointed too, especially after coming out of Alabama with Nick Saban, who was fast to cut somebody out. Player, coach, assistant coach, water boy, tower guy. It didn't make a difference. He was notorious.
He was.
Kirby Smart said it himself. You know, he said it himself. He would. So I'm a little disappointed too in this one. I wish he had it just said he coached me a little harder than others and not the way I wanted to be. Never that. Not say I woke up this morning and somebody tell me you ain't. I'm gonna say that lie.
Ooh.
You ain't nothing, and you trash.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you make sure you read the private chat.
He said, "Cool runners." and you know what? Hold on, I had one more. And I wrote it down too small. I don't even know what it is. My bad. I was writing fast. My bad. I was writing fast. I had one more. It'll come to me later on. I'll bring it back. But you know what? That'll be leaking oil, what your boy said. Represent.
Read the private chat.
Ooh, this hair.
Read the private. Read the private chat. Read the private chat.
I'm about to say it.
Okay, now do it
Never
again.
going to hit you with a bubble clock.
There we go.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That was leaking oil was said. Brought to you by Lock Oil. You can't have your locks without your Lock Oil.
Bumble clock lock oil.
You gotta have it. You gotta have it. I told y'all, man. Like
He's still flipping the hair. Oh,
still flipping the hair.
Man.
Hey, lady, almost got it down.
Oh my goodness. I cannot deal with this.
I'm trying to decide who you exactly look like, Sid.
I don't know who you
I'm trying to find out exactly who he looks like.
It got to be a Muppet.
You know, maybe it's like a
Louis Senior.
old Cedric Benson.
Louis University of Georgia. He played Minnesota now. That's how his hair look.
Who was that?
Yeah, I used to call him the Shaggy Dog.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Shaggy Dog. Shaggy Dog. He looked through his hair. I don't know how he hit people so hard. He couldn't see nothing. His hair was in the way.
Okay, Peg Heard, this thing is hot.
All right, man. Say, did we cover everything? Important note. All right, great. We hit it all. Okay, listen, we will not have a show on Saturday. We will be back on Tuesday with our Washington insider, Seawall, Candy Wallace. She'll be here with us, and she's also going to cover a little bit of the WNBA for us. She's going to give us some Mystics updates. So we'll see you all on Tuesday of next week. Pick is going to be traveling to DC. I'm going to be kicking it with Lady A. I'm going to be out there with Alvin, my man Drew, and Ron. So, yeah.
And your birthday is not to the 31st, right?
The 31st, yeah, but we drinking.
Okay, so we'll have a show before then. I'm about to say we drinking it for people, but I want to make sure we had a show before your birthday. That's
better.
Oh, yeah, we got a show before my birthday. We definitely drinking this weekend, though. All gas, no breaks. Shouts out to my son, United States Air Force, First Street Podcast, second to none. Come get some. Tell him, said.
Good dogs.
Trenches and holes.
Raise hell.
God, what?
Artlist.io